Russia's invasion of Ukraine leads to a massive financial sanctions aimed to isolate and punish Moscow by the USA, European and many other countries, especially NATO members. The US and the European Union have already announced a big package of sanctions against Russia, while President Vladimir Putin and his Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, are now targeted, in addition to more than 20 personalities from the business world. The US and Europe have already announced the exclusion of several Russian banks from the SWIFT system, a consortium financial institution worldwide used as a crucial communication line for global commerce. These sanctions have already affected Russia and made Russia start thinking of other ways to survive the situation, as it is the second world largest oil exporter in the world. We did hope that it could use digital assets to protect itself from these tons of sanctions. Welcome to Vestwise Crypto, the best YouTube channel that talks about everything related to cryptocurrency using whiteboard animation to simplify it in a simple way so that anyone can understand. In this video, we are going to talk about how the entire crypto industry could change by legalizing and adopting digital currency as a further solution to Russia. But the biggest questions here are, could Russia make cryptocurrency legal tender? How can Russia use it if that happens? And what that means to entire crypto industry? Keep watching in order to get all these answers. And please, if you are enjoying this video right now, subscribe to this channel, like and share the video. That means a lot to me, and I will never fail making an interesting contents relates to cryptocurrency for you guys. However, just a few weeks ago, we had two different messages coming out from Russia. One was from the Central Bank of Russia, that was anti-crypto and Bitcoin, and the other was legislation from their parliament. You know what they're saying? Crypto might serve a purpose. Very hard, right? Before we move on, how country like Russia turning into crypto empire, we need to see how badly Russia faces financially immediately after Ukraine invasion. The Moscow Stock Exchange had suspended trading earlier on Tuesday, but when dealing resumed, stocks went into pre-fall. The MOEX index plunged as much as 45% before recovering slightly to close down 33%, while the RTS index, which is dominated in dollars, ended the day with losses of 39%. The crash wiped about 70 billion US dollars of the value of Russian biggest companies. Russian banks and oil companies were among the hardest hit in volatile trading, with shares in Bank, which is Russia's largest lender, losing 43% of their value, where BP owns 19.75% stake, also shed 43%. BP shares dropped to 4.6% in London. When we look at Gazprom, the giant gas company behind the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, was down 35%. Russia's central bank said in a statement that it had instructed brokers to suspend short sales, given the current situation in the financial market and to protect the rights and the legitimate interest of investors. That means they can no longer borrow securities to sell in anticipation of buying them back at a low price. In other hand, the ruble was trading at nearly 88 to the dollar after earlier hitting a new record low of 89.60. The Russian central bank said it will invest in the currency market and provide extra liquidity to the banking sector. I would like to use this opportunity to say please and please stop war, Putin. It is obviously that the war brings about life losses, extreme violence, destructions, and wealth losses. So we don't need war in this modern world, Vladimir Putin. And I would like to express my sympathy and condolence to all the people killed in Ukraine. They are all in our thoughts and prayers. However, Russia on crypto. Michael Pasanello, Director of Training and Regulatory Affairs at Blockchain Intelligence Group, said he was also struck by the comments of Russia using digital assets. What that said to me was politically, Putin was not on board with them banning crypto because in fact, he wanted crypto to be part of Russia's mainstream finance. Michael said. He added by points out that Russia could find it difficult to handle these sanctions. In a decentralized financial environment, Russia is able to basically dodge global sanctions that are placed upon them by the United States and our allies, Pasanello said. So traditionally, sanctions are invoked through banking instruments like freezing bank accounts and cutting all business relationships. But crypto industry is a decentralized, which means that there is no central governor, no central regulator. So you can't ban cryptocurrency. It might be possible to restrict people from using it by banning or regulating cryptocurrency exchanges. So even in the case where they are talking about restricting Russia from the SWIFT system to reduce the ability for them to functionally transfer funds between nation states, so they have already a reserve of crypto asset that they have collected over the past years. Therefore, removing Russia from SWIFT, it is not going to completely restrict the ability for them to function and to pay and transfer pounds. Now, it is great to say all options are on the table about what Russia will do in the event of financial sanctions, and this shows that it is possible for Russia to turn into crypto world. So how can Russia use crypto after legalized it as a legal tender? Well, Russia has used crypto since the inception and the first usage of crypto, says Nick Donaski, a cybersecurity expert and the founder of O. One of the most popular ways to liquidate crypto is on an exchange platform. Some exchanges are very compliant with regulations and laws, and other exchanges let so people also liquidate cryptocurrency through P2P transactions. In the case of Russia, cybersecurity experts interviewed by the street say that Russia has different ways to use its crypto stock if it wants. It could also get into non-fungible token (NFT), where some of the digital collectibles are being purchased for millions of dollars and then flip those for currencies. Moscow could also play the system and get around sanctions by trading with other friendly countries. But again, I heard Pasanello saying that Russia may not be able to make up use of traditional finance system because we have clamped down on their banks and eventually cut them off from SWIFT system, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Fund Transfers. As we did that, their entire financial system will be largely corrupt. If that happens, Venezuela can pay Russia in cryptocurrency using a variety of different addresses and methodologies, ways of struggling the payment so they don't appear as large, and there is nothing the United States can do about that. Alright, what this means to entire crypto industry. It is definitely true that this will become a very big factor on crypto market, and we will see a mega effect on that. More volume, more liquidity, and this will bring more value and users of crypto in a very short period of time, as now a small number of percent owns crypto worldwide. I think you are lucky if you are among them, because many people believe that crypto is the next evolution of money. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave me a comment on what do you think about Russia using crypto as other payment option escaping the sanctions. Hope to see you in the next video.